The law states that everything in the universe has an opposite to it, and it's equal and opposite. Everything in the universe, physical and non-physical, has an opposite, and it's equal and opposite. That means you cannot have one side of something without the other side not existing. And the opposite side of anything is connected to its opposite, right? Look at this marker that I have in my hand. This marker can't have a left side without a right. It can't have an up without a down. It can't have a top without a bottom. It can't have an inside without an outside. There is nothing, God did not create anything in the universe as just a half of something, including the experiences that we have. Remember what I said, the law applies to everything physical and non-physical. That means that if you are perceiving something in one way, the opposite side exists. That means if you don't have something, you also have it, the opposite side exists. Now you may say to yourself, okay, I agree with you with the marker, but don't tell me if I don't have something, I also have it. I'm telling you that. And I'm also telling you that in a way like I'm giving you one of the greatest gifts somebody can ever give you, because if you start to understand that and use it, you're going to see that it's 100% accurate, and it'll blow your frickin' mind. When you don't have something, you also have it. So let's say that you don't have the money that you need this month. The opposite side of that is that you do have the money. If you don't have it, you do have it. And it's at the same time in the same place, because you can't have something without an opposite be existing at the same time. So why is it that people literally walk around with the belief that they don't have it? I'll tell you why. What controls how you experience your reality is your perception. And your perception is controlled by your experience of the information that you've taken in through your five senses and the meaning that other people told you as to what things meant, right? Everything that is an experience, the meaning of it was given, human beings gave it meaning, right? We didn't just show up here on the planet and somebody gave us a book like, here's all the things on the planet, here's everything that it means, here's all the meanings to it. We created those meanings. Now I want you to really think about something here. If you don't have something, you're aware that you don't have it, but you're not aware of where it is. Because when you were a kid, if you didn't have something, you didn't have it. That's what you were taught. If you didn't have enough money to pay the bills, you didn't have the money to pay the bills. Not only did you not have the money to pay the bills, but people bitched and complained about not having the money to pay the bills, or they were in fear. So it was about really getting a hold of you and saying, experience this from what we don't have. Experience this from what we don't have. So all you kept looking at is what you don't have, what you don't have, what you don't have. Then you were taught if you want to get something, you got to work long and hard to get it. So when we try to create a belief around something that we have no experience with, it's no wonder people can't seem to wrap their mind around changing their life that much. They don't really believe that they can have it or they could get it, but they don't understand this law. So if you're working with abundance, right? So when you're working with money, what we're working with is abundance. We're working with abundance. That means that there is no lack in the universe, there's only abundance. If you are experiencing anywhere on this side of the line, which would be poverty, you're experiencing either not having it or not having enough. The opposite side of that is wealth over here. If I'm over on this side and I don't have what I need, what I do need exists over here. But if I can't stop focusing on what I don't have, I can't see where it is on this side. So I literally have to let go of my attachment to what I don't have. Now, this is really important. You might think to yourself, well, why would somebody be attached to it? Because there's so much fear attached to not having what you need. We get anxious, we're nervous, we're scared. What's going to happen? We use our imagination in the wrong way. We build images of all kinds of crazy stuff happening when we don't have it. And all we do is we build a huge image of what we don't have instead of looking for what we want and being able to recognize it. Not only do you have to start thinking about the fact that it's here, but you have to start training your mind to recognize how does it show up in your life. No money shows up as a consequence. Think about that. It shows up as a consequence. When you don't have enough money, right? If you don't have any money in your wallet but there's no consequence, you're not concerned about it. But if all of a sudden you don't have any money and you find out there's a consequence for not having money, now it means something. Now it means something. So when you're in lack and fear, you're looking at a consequence, not money. When you want money, what do you look for? You should be looking for an opportunity, but you have to see how to recognize an opportunity. Lack shows up as a consequence because you're afraid of what's going to happen. Opportunity shows up with inspiration because it's something that you want. We have to really think because we're all focused on the wrong thing. We can't figure out how we're not getting it because nobody taught us how to think. If we ask ourselves, what do we really want, and we start to build the image of what it is, even if you're experiencing what you don't have, you start to become very aware of that it's actually there. And all you have to do is look for the opportunity for it to come in and allow it to come in because it's there every time. I have taken thousands of people and helped them build their businesses, goals, and earn millions of dollars over the last 22 years. And every single one of them, I had to teach this law. And they needed me to keep showing them consistently till they could break through so they could see it. Because the opposite side of the inspiration is the fear. As they're looking for what they want, they're scared that they're going to lose and they're not going to get it. What's more powerful in that moment? Probably their fear because they have more experience with the fear than they do with the inspiration. This is why so many people quit, because they don't know how to think to keep themselves in the place where they're inspired enough to do the consistent behavior every day to have that money show up. But it's already here.
Thanks for listening to the Successful Mind podcast. And if you like what you heard and you want to know more, go to davidnagel.com/free stuff.